Hello everyone, welcome to this screencast on Azure Machine Learning. In this video, we would be looking at automated ML versus HyperDrive tuning. For this, we have considered cardiovascular disease data from UCI Machine Learning Repository to predict heart failure based on 12 different features. We would be loading this data in a ML Studio dataset and consuming in the Jupyter notebooks as shown here. This is the data set in ML Studio, and we have consumed the data here. For the AutoML experiment, we would be configuring initially the AutoML configuration. The labeling column would be the death event, and we are using classification as AutoML task. So once the configuration is ready, we would be submitting the experiment, and the automated ML experiment runs against various algorithms as shown in the screen and picks up the best algorithm. Here it looks like voting ensemble is the best algorithm with the accuracy of 0.87. So now once we have done the automated experiment, we would the part 2 of this would be running the hyperparameter tuning. For this we are preparing the Python script for hyperparameter tuning experiment. In here we will be using different regularization parameters and preparing the HyperDrive configuration, such as bandit policy for determination policy, estimator. We are using scikit-learn and random parameter sampling also. So we have configured maximum total runs of 40 and concurrent runs of 4 and submit the experiment. Once the experiment is submitted, it executes. It started tuning the HyperDrive tunes the parameters and picks up the best model. So the output of this tuning, it gives us the accuracy of 0.78. So clearly automated ML has performed better when compared to hyperparameter tuning using HyperDrive. So we would be deploying the best model, which was predicted by which was outcome of automated ML. So to deploy, we would be using first of all, we would be registering the model in the ML workspace, and then ML Studio workspace. Then we would be deploying the model. To deploy the model, we would be using Azure container instances. So we have API ACI web service API. We would be using to deploy that to prepare the deployment configuration. And for that we need an inference core Python script. Once we submit all those parameters and deploy, you can the service that the model has been deployed as a web service. So to consume the web service, would be needing the scoring URI, which is the service REST URL, and also for authentication keys as shown here. So any client that needs to consume this web service need to pass on these keys for authentication. So we are composing here a sample data to pass to query this URL to pass the data as a to query against this web service, and we see the result as expected. And the service also has logging capability, so we can log the things. A video to demonstrate the capabilities of AutoML in Azure.